How is it already the end of January? So the beams have been varnished, I couldn't think of the word, in here. Painting around the edges has been finished. So it's looking like, you know, I'm ready to move in, right? Except for the fact that there's no windows and doors. However, apparently the framework is being made. So that's exciting. So this stonework has been varnished. It's like a little matte varnish just to kind of not make it matte, not make it shiny, but to kind of protect it and stop dust, which is good. We see all the different colours. It's looking rather nice. So yeah, painting all around there, painting in this section. And this is still drying out. I'm going to try and match the colours a bit better, but this is basically plaster that they've mixed in with some colour to kind of match this section, right? But it doesn't match because it's too dark. And this has lightened up. That's a bit of a better view, actually. It's getting dark now. But you can see they've basically just pockmarked it and picked at it and sort of tried to make it look a bit more rustic. But it's not got enough sort of red tinges in it. So I think I might get the old paint kit out. Might let it dry another 24 hours. See what it looks like from that side. Yeah, it's still too chocolatey. But they've done a really nice job kind of texturising it, so I'm going to see what that looks like. And obviously they need to clean all the paint off, and then this will get varnished. And you see the edge of the stone here, what a beast. And they've cut the old door frame in. And then here is where the old hinge used to go. So I love this. It's just like keeping a couple of touches of the original house. In this side, the beams need to be finished. So you can see the colour that they started doing the beams, and it was like, yeah, it's all right, but actually the colour I've chosen now looks a lot darker. Now, here's a bit of a saga that's happened in the last 2 days. So there's only been one person here. You see the beams and the painting have been done up there. Still open at the end. Oh yeah, mini drama. They put my shell chandelier in, and then there was gusts of wind like 40, 50, 60 miles an hour, and I had to get them to come back in the night and put a bin bag over it, because I was like, either you take it down or you cover it in a bag, because that thing is going to smash all little bits of shells. Anyway, so that was fixed. That's all good. And then I changed my mind about which light to put up here, and I'm really happy with the choice. And I actually forgot that it had this kind of 70s brown tinged glass, so I'm really happy with that. And this is the colour that the rest of the terrace roof should be. Now, let me tell you a little story. So this was painted by hand, and it took hours. It took like the better part of half a day, I think, to do that section. So then they decided that they were going to spray the rest of this section. And actually, this side matches, right? They haven't finished whitewashing the wall, so this will all go. Okay, so not too bad here, not too bad here. And then you get to this end. Now, they've been sanding it off today, but look at how black that looks. It looks fucking awful. So what the poor guy did was did everything up to here with like fresh cans of varnish, and then when he got to the end, he mixed the dregs of 2 of the cans, poured them into the other, mixed that all up. Now obviously all the pigment has settled in those, and then he poured it into the fresh can, and it's fucked up the colour and made it really black. So the further you come down here, this isn't too bad. It's like the last 3 sections look fucking awful. So today, I've been in the office, which is there, right? So he's been sanding. And then this final section here, he's resprayed today. So weirdly, you can actually see a lot more texture. Not weirdly, but you can see a lot more texture in the beam and the wood, but there's still obviously glaring white patches that are coming through. And then this is sanded, but probably not well enough. And then this beam has been sanded, but again, not well enough. And then it kind of fades out to the mid-brown. So it's been a bit of a disaster, but and also the spray can exploded on him, so that's what this kind of piss stain is on the wall. So he was covered and the wall got covered. Anywho, so I was like, right, mitigating circumstances, let's just try and look on the bright side, what can we do with it? Because it's not going to be perfect now, right? Like the original plain beam colour is that light, and now it's that dark. So there's absolutely no way he's going to be able to sand it back to the original. And by the way, I changed my mind about whitewash. That's where I was whitewashing this section, and they've scrubbed it all off on the inside. So what I'm going to do, I've just said to him today, look, turning onto a positive spin. This here, and maybe even sections of this roof, can be covered in trellis. I can put plants on here, I can have climbers, and I can hook things like ferns and all that kind of stuff. This whole area, in my mind, was always going to be like a garden paradise, and hence why I changed that light shade as well to the floral-looking leafy one. And then all this will be garden as well. So it's going to be like a little green oasis. So I was like, right, trying to make him feel better. Oh, and I gave him the leftovers of my pulled pork as well from the barbecue. He was very happy. And a couple of beers to cheer him up. So yeah, so you can see that needs kind of looking at, that needs retouching. Anyway, we can fix it. Like, what's the worst? I'll know that it's there. No one visiting will probably even notice unless you stand and look at this left and right section. And yeah, from the door, looking up, it's even. It's only if you kind of look directly above your head. So coming in, not too bad. The main view is okay. And then trellises and stuff, I think, will solve the problem. So, yeah, anywho. What do you think, Tiny? You're just like, give me my food, it's time for dinner. Oh, and then they rendered the top of that step as well. The exploding varnish. So yeah, also the tiles have arrived for here, but I've told them not to lay the tiles yet. So this is all the flooring. So this is going to be 3 different sizes. So imagine that as a square, and then as a smaller square, like if you cut one of these in half, there's 3 different sizes of tiles. And they're nice kind of creamy colour, and they're slightly textured, non-slip. And they're going to go all over this floor, up the stairs, to the door entrance, which will be around there. Across here, up to where Bella sat, waiting for her din-dins as well. Bella. Tiny's like, give me the food. So the tiles will be on there, on there, on there, on there, but not on that section because that's where the decking planks will be. What a beautiful sunset. Anyway, trying to make the most of a bit of a fucked up situation. Yeah, this looks like it's burnt, and that looks like it's okay. So I can live with it. Like, shit happens, doesn't it? We're all human. We do weird things, mix things that we probably shouldn't, and regret it. So he spent the whole day trying to rectify his problem, so I think he's learned his lesson. Poor guy. So what else can I tell you? The kitchen, most of the kitchen, minus the sink, will be delivered on the 10th of February. So that's all the units for there and there. And I got really excited today because I realised, actually, maybe not. No, because the windows and doors aren't here yet. So there's still, when the kitchen arrives, there'll just be boxes all over the place because I don't imagine the windows and doors will be done by the 10th of Feb. However, as soon as the kitchen goes in, I can plug in the dishwasher because at the moment I've got this horrible pile of washing up waiting for me in the shower room. So I'll be really glad when I don't have to wash up in there anymore. Anyway, that's it. It's Friday. Fucked. What a week at work. My brain is completely fried. I think I'm going to have one of these beers. Yes, there's one left. Amazeballs. And I've got some chicken in the air fryer. I am battered. It's amazing how mentally fucked you can be after a week at work. Anyway, less moaning, more cat feeding and human feeding. and I'm off to a art gathering / lunch tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hope I get a good night's sleep because I've been up since about 5 o'clock this morning as well, so yeah, it's been a long old day. Right, oi! You little witches. Right, lots of love. See you all in the next video. How exciting.